right there, Barry, but still, only time will tell as we're just about ready to get underway here for the second quarter of the Geelong District Football League Division 2 Grand Final, where Thomson enjoying a 37-point advantage.
Right, the umpire holds the ball aloft, the siren sounds, he comes in, thumps it into the ground, it favours Alan Woodman, he dives at the ball, get a quick handball to a teammate there. They kick the ball down forward, down towards the half-forward line, coming through strongly as the Thomson defence. A lovely kick down towards centre half-forward, over the top of all players. On the run there is Thomson, running down towards goal.
Daryl Smith shoots, I think you'll find he's popped it through. Great football there from Johnny Donopoulos, the centre half back, who really attacked the football and set up a great passage of play. And Daryl Smith, the half forward flanker, finished it off with a great goal.
Yes, he read that well. It came over the top of the pack. He got it. He ran through the 50-metre line and had a flying shot for goal. And that came up at the half-minute mark of the second quarter, where we see Thomson now go to 9 goals to 56. Bannockburn 2-1-13, and that's one that Alan Woodman and Bannockburn would not have wanted.
Without a doubt, Barry, and well, they've got a lot of work to do now.
Right, the ball back in the centre. That's a better bounce by the umpire. Up they go. Woodman over the top, thumps it down. McMahon gets it to Fraser. Fraser with a quick kick out towards the half-forward line. The bouncing ball out there on the 50-metre line. Tap forward by Thomson again. Good play over there, but strong play out there for Bannockburn by Gary Ward. Sees the ball go across the line and we'll have a throw-in on the 50-metre line. Half-forward flank for the Thomson Football Club.
Okay, well now we've got... Big Les Bone, number 19, doing battle there with Alan Woodman, the captain coach of Bannockburn, number 12. Bannockburn through with the agency of Woodman, get it across the goal. Beautiful football on the left foot. What a great goal. Great goal. Adrian Nelis kicks his second and Thomson's 10th.
Right, Thomson now go to 10 goals to 62. Bannockburn 2-1-13, and that goal come up at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Good ruck work by Alan Woodman, but unfortunately it was read by Neelis, who picked the crumbs up, and a nice running goal.
It surely was, Barry, and well, Thomson really have their tails in the air at the present time and running it right into the Bannockburn side.
Infringement against Thomson going into the square at the centre bounce, and we'll have Alan Woodman with the free kick. Plays on quickly out towards the half-forward flank. Up they go. Middlemiss thumps it forward for the Thomson side. They run onto the ball, pick it up, kick the ball down towards the half-forward line. Out the players come. The bouncing ball tapped forward again by Thomson round the boundary line, close to the line, but it beats Fraser across the line, and we'll have a throw-in on the half-forward flank for Thomson.
Okay, well now... the Thomson boys have just got to try and maintain their composure. Bannockburn really have to work hard to bridge this massive gap of 49 points, as we see that Les Bone doing well. Tapped on by Adrian Nellis, well sharked by Toolman under pressure, and Bannockburn really struggling as they get the football. It's a credit to the Thomson fellas working so hard, and we'll see a bounce down now 40 metres out from the Thomson goal mouth here. And, well, only early stages of the second quarter. Thomson have kicked 2 goals already in this term, as we see a quick shot at goal again through the agency there of young man Curtis. But on this occasion his kick is astray, and we'll see the penalty free kick to be taken there by, I would suggest, that looks like Tony Black, the fullback for the Bannockburn side.
Lovely kick looking for Alan Woodman out there. The ball goes over the back. Hart gets a quick handball to a running teammate, put under pressure though. Hart back onto the ball, a handball inboard to his Gary Condon. Condon now kicks the ball down towards the forward pocket. Thomson down there in defence, picked the ball up, run across the half back line, kicked the ball wide. That was good play there by Menzies. The bouncing ball eludes the Thomson player on the half back line, picked up by Bannockburn. Quick handball to a teammate. Runs Lynch it is, has a flying shot for goal, and he's got one.
Well, a lovely goal off the boot there of Kevin Lynch for the Bannockburn boys, and they haven't had a lot to cheer about at this stage, but they've kicked their 3rd goal, Barry Walker.
Yes, at the 4.5-minute mark of the second quarter, we have Thomson 10 goals to 62, Thomson 3 goals, 1-19, and that's brought to you by Guest Video Production. Yes, a bad bounce out here for the Thomson player in Chris Kelly, allowed Bannockburn to get in there, and a nice running goal kicked for them by Lynch. Okay,
now we're back with the central umpire there in James Powell to get play underway again in this second quarter. We've been travelling nearly 5 minutes of this term. The bounce now favours where we see Connors trap the football sweetly, slaps the ball onto his left foot, goes to the outer side of the ground. Terry Hart, though, under pressure. He's got support from Matty Pilgrim, who works pretty hard for the side, and there could have been a free kick behind the play, but play's allowed to go on. Hart now flicks it across to where Pilgrim's kick, a poor one, drops short, and some good defensive football here from the Thomson side. Sees the ball now end up with Glenn Menzies on the left foot now. Kicks back to the outer side wing position, but we see that Hart can't trap it. Woodman was well tackled there also by Evans and will be penalised. Yep, good umpiring from James Powell. Evans now kicks the football to the centre of the ground, and Nellis again creating some havoc for the Thomson side.
Long handball across to a teammate Ian Chris Kelly. He spears the ball down to Fraser in the half-forward line, who takes it. Oh, and Cops went after it. Bad play by Bannockburn, and I think 50 metres will be the result. And the books come out too.
Well, I think young Matt Vasirka, well, is a bit stiff because I don't think there's any intention.
No.
And, well, maybe the boys out there in white just overreacting a little bit. But Darren Fraser doesn't seem too perturbed about it. An opportunity to kick his first goal, and at Thompson's 11th at the 6.5 minute mark of this second quarter. Fraser, point blank range, waltzes in and pops it right through the centre. Thompson's 11th goal.
At the 6.5 minute mark of the second quarter, the guest video production scoreboard shows Thomson now go to 11 goals to 68, Bannockburn 3 goals 119, and we've been travelling just on 7 minutes.
Well, a couple of the Thomson boys there, I should say young ladies, enjoying the afternoon's activities here, and I'm sure there'll be a big night out at Thomson Football Club tonight.
That's if they get there, right.
Well, they've already won one flag this morning in the reserve grade, and if they make it a double, well,
right,
twice as much fun.
The ball's back in the centre, up they go. Woodman in the centre for Bannockburn, thumps the ball down, but it's Neelis again, comes through the centre strongly, kicks the ball down towards the half-forward line. A nice mark taken there for Bannockburn by Vicara. Kicks the ball into the centre and finds a teammate. He was nearly gone too after taking that mark on the centre square line. Right, kick wide by that player Pilgrim out towards the half-forward line where we see Woodman running for the ball. Thumped away from him by the Thomson defence, goes close to the boundary and over and out. There was good play out there by Glenn Menzies, and we'll have a throw in.
Yeah, pretty an unintrusive type of individual, Glenn Menzies, but very effective.
Right, the boundary line throw in. Players set themselves. Woodman in front, thumped away by Thomson. They can't pick the ball up, out by McMahon, out wide to a teammate out there who kicks the ball down, and here's Neelis again taking the mark. Handball's over the top. Picked up there, and nice play. Neelis back onto it, screws the ball wide out here and finds a teammate out here on the far wing in Watson. Watson kicks the ball down towards centre half forward. Going through there is Thomson. Nice play by Thomson. Nice twist there, kicks the ball down, goes through the legs.
Luck is worth a fortune, and Terry Dan Curvis has set that football up for the big fellow at the goal square. Darren Spence kicks his first 6-pointer, and the Thompson's 12th.
Yes, when things are running for you, they're running for you, aren't they? And at
surely
the
are.
8.5 minute mark of the second quarter, we have Thomson now 12 goals to 74. Bannockburn 3 goals 119.
Well, superb kicking in front of goals, Thomson Football Club, and well, they're really dominating proceedings here this afternoon to a very good crowd enjoying the comforts of the Western Oval.
But isn't Neelis reading Woodman's tap-outs in the centre?
Surely is.
The bounce of the ball, up they go. Woodman grabs it this time, thumps the ball wide out towards the half-forward flank. We see Pilgrim in the lead for the ball out there, bouncing towards the boundary, but it beats him and his opponent over the line, and we'll have a boundary line throw in.
Well, I think that's the difference between a good and a bad player, the ability to be able to read where the ball is going, Barry. And, well, he's doing it very well too this afternoon, Mr. Nellis.
Right, to throw in, we see Pilgrim onto the ball, a quick handball to a teammate, put under pressure, coming through as Big Woodman here has a flying shot for goal, down to the 10-yard square, jostling down there, one-handed attempt. by the Thomson player. He couldn't take it, but he thumps it through for one behind, and that was by Chris Gardner. Takes Bannockburn now to 3 goals to 20. Thomson 12 goals to 74. And we've been playing 10 minutes. Right, the fullback for Thomson brings the ball wide out here. Players set themselves over the back of the pack. It comes Pilgrim, picks it up for Bannockburn, kicks the ball forward down towards the 10-yard square. Mark missed there for Thomson by Menzies, but they rush the ball across the line and will have a throw in.
Well, the game just a little flat at the moment. With the ball now in Thomson, I should say Bannockburn's goal scaring area. We see Woodman fly high, tries to grab the ball out of the air but can't do so. Watson's kick was well smothered. Again, the defence working well for Thomson, but Ronnie Pilgrim sells the dummy sweetly. Shoots for goal from 50 metres. It's a nice looking kick. Delegate Darryl Pilgrim underneath the football, not physically strong enough on that occasion against his opponent in Chris Gardner. And I think we'll see another throw in, Barry. In the forward pocket there, just in front of the Coca-Cola scoreboard here at the Western Oval, which looks pretty attractive if you're a Thomson supporter.
Yes, right, the boundary throw in. Good ruck work there for Thomson by Evans. Thumps the ball towards the boundary line and over and out. He's rucking quite well against Woodman at the boundary line throw-ins as Evans, giving Bone a bit of a rest up here in the forward pocket.
Yes, right. He's a pretty solidly built boy.
Right, Turnley and Woodman go up against Evans this time. Bannockburn screw the ball back in, thumped away by the Thomson defence. Good play there by Menzies, thumps the ball away from Wayne Woodman over the line, and we'll have another throw in. Right, the two-pronged attack, ruck again by Bannockburn. Over the back it comes where Thomson comes through. Trapped here by Bannockburn. A kick up in the air, thumped out by the defence. Coming through there is Bannockburn Neelis again. Oh, lovely handball to a teammate out here. Runs through half-back. Kicks the ball wide towards the wing. Over the heads of the players it comes. Shepherding here by Bannockburn. They tap the ball towards the line and over and out before the player there in Vaccaro could get to it. Right, the boundary line throw in. Woodman in the ruck here for Bannockburn. In front, Thomson get the thump forward. It goes 10 metres further around through the interchange, and we'll have another throw in. Looks like Bannockburn are going to make a change. I see big Henderson, is it here in the interchange area? Could be coming on the ground. Right, the throw in. Woodman pushed out of it by his Thomson opponent. They get away with it too. Goes down where overrunning the ball. Thomson, it's on here in the centre wing. Picked up by Bannockburn. Out of defence. Coming away, a handball goes nowhere. And we see now Thomson through, picking the ball up. Caught very high, but the free kick goes to Bannockburn and will be taken there. That's in the centre of the ground.
You wouldn't believe it. Alan Woodman has coat-hangered Ian Evans behind the plate, and a little disappointing act, I would suggest, from the captain coach of the Bannockburn side.
But a 50-metre given against Thomson here, Ron, allows number 10 Taylor to go down and take a kick from about centre half forward. Evans has been rucking well against him here today too. Right, the kick forward by the Bannockburn players down there, coming out of defence. Woodman's in there for him again. Tapped over the front. A flying shot for goal by Connors. Brings up 6 points for the Bannockburn side. That came up at the 13.5-minute mark of the second quarter, brought to you on Guest Video Productions. Thomson at 12 goals, 274. Bannockburn 4 goals, 226. And looks like Evans has gone off the ball and coming on as Bone.
Well, Steve Turnley, the centre-half forward, being taken from the ground for Bannockburn, and Rob Henderson going on. And, well, a little bit more spirit developing in this clash here this afternoon. A few numbers being taken, so I think they'll have a busy night on Monday or Tuesday night this week at the Tribunal.
Right, the umpire with the ball. We've got Bone in there for Thomson. Woodman still in there for the Bannockburn side. The bounce favours Woodman. Up he goes, thumps the ball down. Thomson grabbed the ball here on the half-back line. Can't get it out. The ball scrambled forward by Thomson. Comes down where Bone's in there. Flips the ball out to Fraser, who thumps the ball forward. But unfortunately, the umpire had called for it, and we'll have a ball up right on the in the centre of the ground, fraction towards the wing.
Well, Ian Evans just having a bit of a spell after that little encounter in the forward pocket. Doesn't seem too perturbed about the proceedings. Right, Jimmy Powell.
The umpire with the ball at the 15-minute mark of the second quarter.
Puts the ball down the ground too. Good desperate football there by Les Bone, but it was well sharked by Dillon. Goes to half forward. Henderson tries to trap the football but overruns it. We see now that the ball spills out to where Connors has a bit of a windy wolf, but he can't get for the boot.
No.
And the umpire has suggested that Wayne Woodman was held without the ball and takes the free kick. Drops it in now looking for Pickering, who makes some space for himself, and Stewie Pickering takes a fine grab 30 metres out from goal directly in front.
Yes, Thomson backline got caught out there. They were watching Woodman to see thought he was going to have a long shot for goal, and in steps Pickering and takes a nice mark.
Well, the radar, I'm sure, will make a bit of effort of this from 30 metres. The drop punt, I would suggest, splits the woodwork here at Western Oval. A badly needed goal for the Bannockburn side. Stuart Pickering kicks to look, he's first, and Bannockburn's fifth.
And at the 16-minute mark of the second quarter, we have Thomson on 12 goals, 274. Thomson 5 goals, 232.
Well, that seems to have spurred the Bannockburn boys on a little bit. The little bit of emotion.
Yes, the ball back in the centre. We got Woodman against Bone.
Crowd enjoying the activities there.
A bad bounce right into the arms of Woodman. He grabs it, kicks the ball down towards centre half forward. Up over the top is Thomson, and the mark has been paid down there to Bannockburn in Condon. Condon now kicks the ball towards the forward pocket. Got a teammate out there. Up goes the Thomson back line, and Demopoulos thumps the ball across the line, and we'll have a throw in 45 metres around from the Thomson Bannockburn goal.
He's played a very good game, Johnny Demopoulos, and well, he's been sort of credited with the fact that Steve Turnley been taken from the ground.
Good defensive game he's played here this afternoon. Right, the throw in. Players up they go. Woodman in front, thumps the ball back towards the line, shepherding against Thomson here, and Woodman to take the free kick.
Well, Alan Woodman, the skipper, an opportunity now from 45 metres on about a 45-degree angle.
It's got away from Thomson a little bit in the last 3 or 4 minutes, Ron.
Yes, it surely has, Barry, and Alan Woodman now comes in. The drop punt, I think you'll find, is a little offline and through for a minor score.
Takes Bannockburn now to 5 goals, 333, trailing Thomson 12 goals, 274, and that is at the 17.5-minute mark of the second quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. Well,
the ball now brought back into the member side flank, and there's been an infringement there against Johnny Demopoulos, and a little disappointed with umpire Steve Ellison, but Rob Henderson doesn't mind because he's got possession 50 metres from goal. Got a lead from Ronnie Pilgrim, but decides to barrel it down to the teeth of goal, but there's nobody home for the Bannockburn side except the big arms of Les Bone, the big ruckman. Wastes no time too, plays on, goes down the corridor and finds his teammate there, creating some space in Dale Armstrong. Kicks long now, Darryl Smith making some good space for himself and in front of his opponent there, and Gary Ward plays on now. Directs traffic to the centre half forward position, but over the top taking a timely mark there at half back is Matty Pilgrim.
Right, Pilgrim goes wide looking for Hart. Over the back is for Thomson there trying to take a mark and couldn't, but he's onto the ground, gets tripped as he goes through, and I think it's a 50-metre penalty also against the Bannockburn player, and it's Craig Middlemas who will take the benefit of 50 metres.
And got a little bit of a hobble up, has Craig.
Yes, I noticed in the first quarter he on this wing here he was hobbling a little bit. He's not in any hurry to get in and take this kick either.
No, he's got the corsets on as well, and one would suggest that he could be a little bit of an injury problem, do you think, before the game even?
Well, he was hobbling in the first quarter, I thought, and we'll see how his kicking is.
Well, the drop punt, it looks pretty good in terms of distance, but accuracy offline, and a minor score off the boot of Craig Middlemas.
Takes Thomson now to 12.375, Bannockburn 5.333, and that is at the 19-minute mark of the second quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Production. Right now, they're waiting on the fullback to bring the ball back in. He's coming out here to this side. Alan Woodman makes the lead. A lovely kick in the Woodman direction. Players set themselves. Bone from behind thumps the ball forward. Oh, going through and caught very high there was for Thomson is Alan Dell, and from about 48 metres out he'll go back and have a shot for goal.
Well, he's done a good job, Alan, too. He had a dynamic first quarter, kicking 4 goals for his side. Been a little quiet this second term, but an opportunity now from 40 metres. As we see, yep, Mr. Ian Evans down there and Mr. Alan Woodman just doing a little jostling. There's some good football here from Thomson. Sees Chris Kelly find the little goal sneak in Darren Fraser, who to date has kicked 1 goal for the Thomson side.
Yes, bad marking there by Bannockburn backmen. Allowed 2 loose Thomson players there, and the result is Fraser's having a shot for goal.
Well, very purposeful in his approach, Darren Fraser. 30 metres out, angle pretty tight. I think you'll find he's kicked it right across the face of goal and out of bounds. On the full, Alan Woodman takes the penalty free kick.
Right, Woodman plays on quickly. A nice kick down towards the half-back flank out there where we see Middlemiss couldn't take it. A quick handball there over the back, but Bannockburn come through. Good play here by McMahon, was it, for Thomson, but the ball beats him and goes over the line on the 50-metre mark line. Thomson scoring in. Right, the boundary line throw in. Up they go, Woodman and Evans. A free kick going here to Alan Woodman, being held there by the arm, and he will take the resulting free kick.
Well, he surely has covered a lot of territory, Alan Woodman. He's now in defence. Retrieves the footy.
Yes, this quarter has been going 21 minutes, Marks, and the guest scoreboard shows that Thomson 12 goals, 375 to Bannockburn 5 goals, 333. Right, the kick by Woodman down towards the half-forward line. Over the back of the pack it goes. Thomson in first for the ball. Kicked the ball off the ground there through Graspus, over the line and out of bounds.
Well, Shane Graspus at half-back doing a very good job for the Thomson side. As we just wait now on Les Bone and Alan Woodman doing battle. This occasion, Woodman wins the contest, gets the hand pass down, but hurries up himself with good football. Flicks it out to where Dillon now kicks it up to the half-forward line, but again, disposal due to the Thomson pressure. Just not finding the targets at the moment, and another throw-in.
Right, the boundary umpire ready to bring the ball back in. Bone and Woodman. Woodman gets the front position. He grabs it out of the ruck. Tries to kick the ball himself. Dives back in there after it. Scrambly play. Bone gets the ball. Being held there as a Thomson player by the leg, and he'll take the resultant free kick. Right, plays on quickly. Kicks the ball down towards the centre of the ground. Underneath the ball, but a nice mark taken for Bannockburn by
Gary Tillman.
Tillman kicks the ball out here wide where the big fella comes through and takes a nice mark in Henderson. Henderson plays on quickly, got a player out here all on his own. Oh, took his eyes off the ball there. Good enough, he picks it up, has a flying shot for goal right across the goal line where he sees out there trying to take the mark was Woodman. Thomson come away through defence. Good defensive play here by Thomson. Sees the ball go across the line on the 50-metre line and out of bounds.
Well, if I was coaching a side, I would suggest that Mr. Pilgrim would be off the ground.
Yes,
with that performance.
Yes, he had 20 metres all on his own there and took his eyes off the ball and spilled it.
Well, disappointing stuff for the Bannockburn side, because now the ball is on that defensive side of the ground. We see now that Armstrong takes the ball cleanly, feeds off to the running McCallum, who goes short and finds Middlemiss there on outer wing for the Thomson side. Craig Middlemiss now directs traffic to the centre of the ground. It's a terrible kick, and has kicked it straight to his opponent there in Gary Condon. Wastes no time, goes to the teeth of goal where Wayne Woodman has the ball well knocked away from him. Pilgrim could have been held there for mine, that was Ronnie, but it doesn't matter because Terry Hart now pops it to the teeth of goal. Henderson's there doing battle with Donopoulos, and Johnny Donopoulos again doing well for the Thomson side, forcing through a minor score.
Yes, and we see Bannockburn now go to 5-4-34. Thomson on 12 goals, 375, and we've been going 24 minutes into the second quarter. A big kick in by the fullback, sees the ball come out to the half-back line. Thump forward where Fraser took his eyes off the ball. Dives back in now, rides a bumper, handball overseas, picked up here for Bannockburn. A quick shot towards the goal line, but offline there. That kick was by Kevin Connors, and another behind is the result. And we see Thomson go to 5-5-35. Thomson
Bannockburn, mate. Sorry.
Bannockburn, sorry. 5-5-35. Thomson 12-375.
Well, they've added something like 3 goals for this quarter of Bannockburn. Thomson 4 goals 1. Again, very accurate in front of the big sticks here this afternoon at the Thomson Tigers.
Thomson have been kicking out to the opposite side that Alan Woodman's on, and right, it comes out where Neelis picks the ball up, runs around, dodges around Wayne Woodman, comes down, kicks the ball down towards the centre of the ground. Leading in the race for the ball is the Thomson big man. Fraser picks it up, screws a kick towards the boundary line. Picked up here for Thomson by Watson, kicks the ball down towards the centre half forward, but a free kick being paid here to Bannockburn will be taken by Taylor. Taylor now spears the ball in a nest of Bannockburn players in the centre, an uncontested mark taken. Handball to Woodman on the run. Woodman spears the ball down towards the pocket. Johnny Demopoulos underneath it, taps the ball forward. I thought he should have taken that mark, where we see the big fella Henderson tap the ball wide for Bannockburn. They're still in there fighting. The umpire surely will move in and ball it up.
Yeah, a little bit stiff there was Matty Pilgrim. The idea was right from Robbie Henderson, but young Matty Pilgrim slipped at the crucial time and is now forced to bounce some 45 metres from the Bannockburn goal.
I think Demopoulos is so used to thumping the ball forward that he didn't realise he could have taken that one. Right, Bone thumps the ball out. Woodman's in there, taps it down, picked up by the Thomson defence. Screw the ball out here wide towards the Grandside wing. The bouncing ball coming around the wing where Thomson overrun the ball. Diving in there again as the Thomson players and Bannockburn. Desperate stuff from both sides, and the umpire will move in and ball it up. Right, the umpire with the ball now on the centre wing. Comes in. Down it goes, up they go. Woodman up, Bone up. Woodman gets a tap down over to where Pilgrim gets a quick kick down towards the forward line. Good play by Demopoulos again. Kicked off the ground here. Wayne Woodman with a handball to Pilgrim. Straightens up, has a flying shot for goal and brings up his first goal. That's Matt Pilgrim, his first goal. Bannockburn 6, and we have Thomson now on 12 goals 3, 75. Bannockburn 6 goals 5, 41, and that came up at the 27-minute mark of the second quarter. The guest video production second quarter, and Bannockburn are slowly getting back into it in the late stages of the second quarter run.
Well, the margin at quarter time was 37 points. They've whittled it back to 34, so still a lot of work to be done by the Bannockburn side as we're approaching just about half time here. We've been going 27 minutes of this second quarter, where we see that the scoreline is looking pretty handsome for the Thomson side.
Right, the bounce of the ball in the centre favours Woodman again. He grabs the ball out the centre. Handball's out wide, but Middlemiss gets it for Thomson. Screws the ball down towards the half forward. Players set themselves, and a nice mark taken in defence there for Bannockburn by Vicara. Vicara now spears the ball straight down looking for Woodman. Bone comes from behind. Woodman thumps it over the top. Pilgrim races onto the ball for the Bannockburn side. Traps it nicely. Runs across half forward. Screws the ball down towards the pocket, but too far over the line and out of bounds on the full, and we'll have a free kick down there to Thomson.
He could have steadied a little more than Matty Pilgrim, I thought, and used the ball a little bit more constructively.
Right, Thomson now looking for someone further down the ground. Kick the ball towards the centre. Players set themselves here. Neil is lovely mark there. One-hander taken in the centre of the ground. Kicks the ball straight down towards centre half forward. Coming across the front of the pack, taking a nice mark there for Bannockburn. Uncontested is Taylor. Taylor now from centre half back, spears the ball down towards centre half forward. Out they come over the back. Demopoulos thumps it forward. Fraser waits for it. Thumped back there by the Bannockburn. Trapped by Thomson. Kick out wide, sees the ball come to where Thomson coming off their half back line here through the agency of Watson. Kicks the ball down towards the half forward line. Over the back of the pack, picked up here for Thomson. Quick towards goal by Nankervis, but it goes nowhere, and we'll have a throw in.
Well, the boys just behind the play. Johnny Demopoulos, I thought, did a good hip and shoulder on young Gary Condon, and it did hurt him, and the Bannockburn boys reacting.
Right, the throw-in is a Thomson player in trouble there at centre half back. Evans gets the tap down. The ball comes out, but it's all Thomson here. The bouncing ball over the top there, where we see coming. Nice play there. Good play by Bannockburn there. Sees him get the resulting free kick. Bannockburn now on the half-back line. Go across towards the centre of the ground, over the back to Bone. Bone now kicks the ball down towards centre half forward, out towards the flank. Running onto the ball is Nankervis. Dodges around one, a long handball backwards to Middlemiss. Middlemiss runs around one player, steadies, kicks the ball down towards the half forward line, overrunning the ball. Bannockburn sees the ball go towards the boundary line. Kick back in by Bannockburn. sees the ball come down towards the half-forward line, and Bannockburn take a mark. Coming onto the ground for Thomson, we have Allen going off as number 17, is it, in Graspus. Right, the ball down now on the half-forward line for Bannockburn. They spear the ball down towards centre half-forward. Players, Henderson comes through, couldn't take the mark, but a free kick.
Well, I didn't quite pick that one, Daryl Pilgrim. Has been awarded the free kick, and well, he's only 10 metres out from goal, Barry, and I would suggest shouldn't have too many problems in recording his first goal for the afternoon.
I thought the offending player was the big fella for Bannockburn, come from behind the pack in Henderson, and unfortunately for Thomson, Bannockburn have got a shot for goal.
Well, he rolls in and splits the woodwork here. Daryl Pilgrim, his first, and Bannockburn 7.
Right, so at the 30.5-minute mark of the second quarter, we have Thomson on 12 goals, 375, Bannockburn 7 goals, 547, and we've been going 30.5 minutes.
Well, Bannockburn working away. They've kicked 5-4 now to date, and they've actually outscored the Thomson Football Club, and got the margin down to 28 points.
Yes, Ron, the last part of this quarter, it's Bannockburn have got back into this game, and I think Thomson need a steadying goal pretty shortly. Right, the ball's back in the centre. Evans back in there for Thomson. Woodman for Bannockburn. The umpire bounces a good bounce. Up they go. Evans taps the ball out, running onto it here for Thomson and picking the ball up, and the chip kick went nowhere. Coming through strongly there is a Bannockburn Thomson player. Fraser gets it, kicks the ball further down ground, dealt with after he kicks the ball, and the free kick goes down there to be taken by Nankervis. A little bit lucky, Ron?
Yeah, nothing in that one. Nothing in that one at all.
Right, Nankervis takes a lovely kick for goal, a beautiful kick in fact, but unfortunately goes across the front of the goals, and 1 point is the result, and Thomson go to 12-4, 76, Bannockburn 7-5, 47 at the 31.5-minute mark of this, the second quarter, the guest video production second quarter. Right, we've got Alan Woodman down in defence now, kicking this ball in for the Bannockburn side.
Well, he just about does it all, doesn't he, Barry?
Yes, he does. Looking down, he's got no one to kick it to at the moment. Comes in, favours the far side, stabs at the ball, looking for Hart, and Hart doesn't let him down, takes a mark out there on the 50-metre line. Plays on quickly, kicks the ball down towards the wing. In front is Thomson here. Pilgrim flips the ball over the back, races onto the ball out there, screws the ball back in the Wayne Woodman area as the siren sounds to end the second quarter here this afternoon at the Western Oval in this second division grand final. We have Thomson on 12 goals for 76 and Bannockburn 7 goals 5, 47, and that quarter was brought to you by Guest Video Productions. Phone 430653 to reserve your copy of this game or any other game that is available.
Good on you, Barry. Well, we'll be back very shortly for the third and vital quarter here of the Division 2 grand final here for the Geelong District Football League at the Western Oval. As we see that the Thomson